The music world is remembering one of its masters tonight. Richard Davis, an internationally known jazz bassist and UW professor, died at the age of 93 Wednesday. Arman Rahman has more on his life and legacy.
Charlotte, you may recognize Davis's name from the street on Madison's east side, which was named after him in 2018. But to truly understand his legacy, you have to listen to his music and the message behind it.
He would just sing under his hands.
Richard Davis played music soft as his heart, but his students like Ken Fitzsimmons say he was as tough as the blisters on his hands.
Warm and tough, yes. I'd play and I'd get blisters, and he'd say, if you get blisters, don't stop, because it only hurts when you stop playing.
Many students became a part of his 5 a.m. club, required to call him at 5 in the morning because they didn't have an answer or play something right in class the day before. Andrew Rossetti was one of them and was 6 minutes late once.
And he answered the phone and he said, "You're late." Boom, hung up. It was great.
Davis pushed for excellence because he himself says that's what he needed to show, growing up black on the south side of Chicago in the 1930s and 40s.
My mother taught me you also will be taken less, even though you are on top of the game.
In 2014, Davis was awarded the Jazz Masters Fellowship from the National Endowment of Arts, the nation's highest honor in jazz.
Martin Luther King said, if you got it, impart it. If you don't, no sense in having it.
But ask him, and he was always a teacher, never a master.
When a teacher comes and teaches a group full of students, it's called a master class. And while I was a student there, he stopped calling it master class because he didn't like the connotation of having someone come in who's a master.
Hey!
Davis initiated the Madison chapter of the Institutes for Healing of Racism and started a bass conference for youth, which continues to this day. While working for the community, Davis worked with music greats like Bruce Springsteen, Miles Davis, and Van Morrison.
There aren't a lot of people on earth who can impact in that way.
An impact, like his music, that can never truly die.
Richard Davis truly lives on in every student of mine.
I teach love. You can't go wrong with that subject. That's it.
Davis was to be cremated and have his ashes disposed privately. His family asked that anyone who wishes to donate do so to the Richard Davis Foundation for Young Bassists.